Part of my gear philosophy is to purchase or to make gear that most adequately, practically, and economically fulfills a gear need that I have at the time. Now you can see by the size of these knives that these are kind of the standard for the type of knife that fits my applications. Now I do like larger knives. I really do like using them, and I do have applications that are fulfilled by this type of knife, but it's not always practical to have a knife this size for many of my applications, such as kayaking and fishing, long treks, etc. I'm just not going to be lugging this big heavy knife around, although it's great in a survival situation when you need a heavy knife. Good to have. When I bought the Sog Seal Pup, I knew that it would not be the end-all be-all of knives for me, and quite frankly I don't think any one knife could be. I was looking for a tactical style knife that was lightweight and quick in action, that I could carry almost anywhere comfortably. And it also had to be a knife that would fulfill some needs for bushcraft and survival. Now the Sog Seal Pup definitely fulfills that for me. But I did want to move on to a different knife. Now I will have a follow-up review of this knife on my Ghost Squatter 1 channel. The Sog Seal Pup is definitely a knife that I'm going to hang on to and use more, but for now I'll be spending more time with the Cold Steel SRK. I'm going to see if this knife will more practically fulfill the needs for bushcraft and survival applications that I have. Let me tell you a little about this knife. The Cold Steel SRK is a full-tang fixed blade knife. Its overall length is 10 3/4 inches. Its weight is 8.2 ounces. The 6-inch clip point blade is 3/16 of an inch thick. It has a Teflon coating over an AUS 8 stainless steel. To give some comparison, the AUS 8 stainless steel, which is found in the SRK, is 0.75% carbon. That's higher than the AUS 6 stainless steel found in the Sog Seal Pup, which is 0.65% carbon. But it's quite a bit lower than a 1095 steel, which is 0.90 to 1.03% carbon. That means that this knife is going to have the workability and corrosion resistance that falls somewhere in between these two knives. Now the Sog Seal Pup is good in salt water. A 1095 steel? Absolutely not. Now 1095 steel is very workable. The Sog Seal Pup, it can be difficult. Now the trade-off with this knife is that it falls in between these two knives somewhere. I'm going to check it out and see how it goes. The factory edge on the SRK is not what I would call scary sharp. It's a good surface edge, but I definitely would not do this with my Sog Seal Pup or other knives that I have purchased. The handle of the SRK is 4 3/4 inches long, and it seems to be plenty big for my hand. It has a finger guard and a lanyard hold, and it features the checkered craton grip. The SRK comes with a Secure X sheath, which is ambidextrous, a feature that I like since I am ambidextrous also. You can easily switch this knife from being a right-handed knife to a left-handed knife. Another feature of this knife is the Velcro and snap release, which allows you to take this knife on and off your belt or pack with ease. Now one thing I did notice is that your snap hold for your handle is high up on the handle, and it is also a finger release rather than a thumb release. Now I prefer a thumb release low on the handle, but this is a finger release high up on the handle, something that could be awkward for someone who's used to the thumb release. This knife switches very easily from right-hander to left-hander. But one thing I did notice is that you cannot mount it higher or lower on the handle because it simply will not work on the catch point. But I may try using this as a chest mount, having the knife hung upside down, but I have to find another piece like this so that I can secure the knife handle. Even though it stays in the sheath quite well, I do want another snap catch for the knife if I'm going to have it hanging upside down. The sheath also has plenty of holes for lanyards or straps, so I'm going to come up with some other way of making a chest mount for this. So the Cold Steel SRK. Give me about 6 months and I'll put out a follow-up review.